Hi friends, in this video I will explain the concept of stop and wait protocol design FSM for 6 to 8 marks. So with respect to the previous protocol we have made assumption there is no errors and then flow control it has been present. So here the concept is very simple. We need to send a packet and then wait for acknowledgement and then send the next frame or maybe packet. If the data frames arrive at the receiver sit faster than they can be processed, the frames must be stored until their use. Normally receiver does not have enough storage space, especially if it is receiving data from many sources. So this may result in either discarding of frames or maybe denial of service, which means DOS attacks. So denial of service attack is nothing but for unwanted request it is going to consuming a system resources. So to prevent the receiver from becoming overwhelmed with the frames, we somehow need to tell the sender to slow down. There must be feedback from the receiver to the sender. So this which is going to indicating whenever we have sent a frame, so for that we should get the acknowledgement or maybe feedback. The protocol is called the stop and wait protocol. So just now we are told that feedback is nothing but what the acknowledgement. Stop and wait protocol because sender send one frame stop until it receives the confirmation from a receiver and then sends the next frame. So the design it is very simple. So at any time there is either one data frame on the forwarding channel or one acknowledgement frame on the reverse channel. We therefore need a half duplex link because we need to send a packet and then wait for acknowledgement and then next we need to send a next packet. So here we will be having the sending node and then receiving node. And then one more important thing is what timer it has been get started whenever we have sent a frame. So whenever we get a intimations or maybe confirmation from a network node, it will make a frame and then it will start a timer and then it will send. And then the corresponding the frame number we should get a acknowledgement for that. So we will send a frame and then whenever it has been reached to the receiver and then once upon it has been reaching onto the receiver it should send the acknowledgement or maybe feedback. So for this frame it is going to sending a feedback so and then it will receive within a given amount of time and the next it will once we will get a acknowledgement and then it is going to send a next frame. So in this some of the conventions are present. So this is the frame and then this is the CRC we are going to adding or maybe the corresponding sequence number and then the corresponding acknowledgement and then CRC or the sequence number or maybe CRC for any differentiation between a one frame to the another frame. The sender sends one frame and waits for a feedback from the receiver. When the acknowledgement arrives, the sender sends the next frame. So next here we will be having the FSM for a stop and wait protocol. So here some of the other the states or maybe events it has been occurring between a sender and then receiver. So as previous convention we have made that or told that so initial state that we are going to indicating under the RMR and then these are the two different states are present ready and then blocking and then whenever the ready it has been present state then what are all the events it has been occurring. So the event packet came from a network layer. So packet came from a network layer event it has been occurring. What it has to do? Make a frame, save a copy and send a frame and start the timer. Here there are three things it has been happening. So first thing by the network nature of network data link layer which will make a frame and then save a copy and then send the frame and then it will start a timer. So it will send it and then within this whenever within a time what happens and then the timer out what happens. So whenever we will get a timeout resend the saved frame and then restart the timer. So after the timeout we are going to getting acknowledgement then the resend the saved frame and then restart the timer. So this saved frame already present in the ready state. So next corrupted acknowledgement it has been arrived because of the several reasons the acknowledgement may corrupt or maybe packet may corrupt. So at the time it is going to discard the acknowledgement. So whenever corrupted acknowledgement it has been arrived at the time the corresponding event action it has to be performed discard the acknowledgement And then so one more the event is that error free acknowledgement it has been arrived. So whenever we have get a the acknowledgement from the receiver to the sender, it will stop the timer and then discard the saved frame and send a next frame. So these are the different the what events and then the action it has been performed from a sender side. So similarly, so with respect to the receiver, so initially it has been ready state. So whenever the corrupted frame it has been arrived, event has been occurring, it will discard the frame. And then error free frame it has been arrived, extract and deliver the packet to the network layer and then send the acknowledgement. So these things we need to write with respect to with the what FSM. So and then other the conventions it has been utilized. Sender state. The sender is initially in the ready state, but it can move between the ready and then blocking state. So then ready state means what? When the sender is in this state, it is only waiting for a packet from the network layer. If a packet comes from a network layer, the sender creates a frame, saves a copy of the frame, then starts the only timer and sends the frame. The sender then moves to the blocking state. So next with respect to the blocking state, when the sender is in this state, three events can occur. If a timer out occurs, the sender resends the saved copy frame and then restart the timer. If a corrupted acknowledgement arrives, it is discarded. If an error-free acknowledgement occurs, the sender stops the timer and discards the saved copy of the frame and then it moves to the ready state. So again with respect to the receiver is always in the ready state. Two events may occur. If an error frame arrives, the message in the frame is delivered to the network layer and then acknowledgement is sent. If a corrupted frame arrives, the frame is discarded. And then here with respect to with the flow diagram, there are four cases it has been occurring. So the first frame it has been sent and then acknowledged, and the second frame is sent but lost after the timeout. It is resent. The third frame is sent and then acknowledgement but not acknowledgement is lost. The frame is sent, however, there is a problem with this scheme. The network layer at the receiver side receives a 2 copy of the third packet which is not right. So to understand that one, so here we will be having the some legends, which means what? This the blue with the clock it is going to show the start of a timer, and then the empty clock it is going to showing onto the stop the timer, and then restart the timer out light color of a clock. So here network layer initiation and then data link layer, and then with respect to the receiver we will be receiving the data link layer frame, and then network layer it is going to deliver a packet. So for the first the frame, the timer it has been started and then it will send a frame, and then for that we are going to getting a acknowledgement. So here there is no problem. The frame it has been sent, so for that we are going to getting a acknowledgement. And then with respect to the second frame, so the frame it has been sent, within the same time it is going to start the timer, and then because of the network constraint it will lost, it will not reach to the receiver. So at the time it will wait for a timer, right? And then if the time out, then again once again it will restart, because here we have not yet received any acknowledgement. The sender it is going to assume that the frame which is not received by the receiver. So next after the timeout it is going to sending a frame, already sent a frame, you have not got the acknowledgement, same frame it has been resent. So for that it has been received at the receiver, and then we have got the acknowledgement. So next third case which is going to deals with, we have sent a frame and then it is already received at the receiver, and then it will keep the copy of that and then send the acknowledgement. So during acknowledgement sending process which may having the acknowledgement which may last because of the several reasons. So and then it will wait for the time out, and then the sender it is going to assume that whatever the frame I have sent which is not yet received at the received, but actually it has been received, and then the acknowledgement it is not came to the sender. So for all the problems or in the cases, the solution is that what? Resending of the frames. So next it will after the timeout it is going to sending the same frame already sent previously, and then for that we are going to sending a acknowledgement. So here what happens, already one copy it has been present of a existing frame, it will keeps the recent copy and then discards the old copy. So for that it is going to sending a acknowledgement. So these are the some of the cases it has been maybe different problems it has been present with respect to the stop and wait. Thank you.